I can actually feel the VVTi or whatever kick in now at 5.5. There it comes in, way stronger than yesterday. So, oh, there's the engine light flashing now. Can you see it right now? What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Before we get started with today's video, there's something that I need to explain to you guys. Today is Monday the 28th of September, filming this, and I've been without this car since Monday the 14th of September, so it's been 2 weeks. It's basically the weekend after I got home with it. Actually, the last video you guys saw ended on the Sunday where I was cleaning up the lambdas and all that stuff, or the Saturday, and that Monday, so 2 days later, I drove the car, or a friend drove the car. I was with him in the car and the clutch gave in on the car. So I decided that I wasn't going to do that myself, because as some of you may know if you've been around for long enough, I've been having some clutch issues on my Polo as well, which is just next to the garage at the moment. So I wasn't gonna attempt to do it myself on this car, and I sent it in 9,000 Rand later for a clutch kit with labor, and I just got the car back today. Now, the issue we are having is that it's still misfiring. I never got the misfire sorted. So I'm going to dive into that today. I'm going to clean the injectors, gonna take them out and clean the injectors. I'm not sure if it's going to fix our issue, I've got no idea. But I know these cars have some injector issues and they have coil pack issues. When I serviced the car, the coil packs looked fine, but I haven't seen the injectors yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take them out, clean them up. Probably gonna clean them up with some petrol and a soft brush, just to ensure that they're all good, and then we can take it from there. Otherwise, I'm still not sure what's the misfiring issue. On the map sensor here, I put a cable tie in just to keep it in place a bit stiffer, because they are loose. This I actually saw on the internet, and that made the car drive a bit better, but it's still doing a random misfire. I drove it from the place where we did the clutch now, which was about 30 km to get home, and it's a lot better, I must be honest. It only cut the power on me once. The other time it was driving perfectly fine. So it's not bad, but I do want to get it sorted. So today we are going to clean the injectors. I'm going to start by taking the manifold off, as the injectors is located underneath the intake manifold, and then we can take it from there. I already took this intake pipe off just to see what's going to be needed. I believe if we take all these bolts off, there's 3, 4, 5. So I believe it's 5 bolts, then we should be able to take the intake manifold off. I'm not sure if there is some more at the back. I didn't see any. Then obviously we need to take this off as well. So these 5 bolts that we're going to need to remove is a 10mm, but the one that's buried in there, you actually need to use a smaller ratchet set for that. I'm going to show you guys. I was initially going to use this, but it's too big to fit in there, so you need to make sure that you do have a small ratchet to reach in there, and then you should be good. Quickly going to go ahead, remove these 5 bolts. Okay, I got these 5 plus the 6 bolts off, with all the electronic plugs is off and this is off. But apparently I need to remove the throttle body, and there's something underneath there that's keeping it in place. Also on this side, I haven't seen the one on this side yet, so I'm going to remove the throttle body and then see if I can see what's keeping it in place on top. The intake manifold is off. I had to use a hammer to get it off. There's a dowel here. I think it's to locate it when you put it back on. I'm not sure, but this actually kept it in place. So when I hammered it here where the throttle body sits, so it actually lifts it up from this side, and then from there on it was easy to remove. 2 vacuum lines on the back and this oil breather. So the next step for us is going to be to take out the injectors. As you can see, there's 3 washers in there. Someone already lost some stuff in here. There's another washer there at the bottom, so 4 washers that I can count that's just lying around here. Another issue I'm seeing, the sensor, I'm not sure what sensor it is. It's completely loose. There's supposed to be a bolt in there. I'm guessing it's either 8 or 10 mil, so I'm probably just going to pop one in there. You can see that sensor is very loose. Like I said, I'm not sure what sensor this is, if this is like a cam position or something, but I will pop a bolt in there to make sure that it stays in position when we are done after this. But yeah, here's the injectors. I'm going to use my vacuum to vacuum all that gunk out of there. I actually decided, instead of using my vacuum to clean in there, it is very tight, that I would rather seal this up with some tape so nothing can go into the manifold, and then I'm going to use compressed air to blow it out. There's nothing else that's really open at the moment except for these 2 vacuum lines, which won't be a biggie, and this oil breather, which won't be a biggie either. So I'm going to blow that with compressed air, and you'll see everything is stripped this side. There's no need for you to do that. The only reason I did that was I noticed that my airbox is broken right there. This pipe that was going to the front of the bumper was loose, so I'm going to fix that probably a little later on in the video, then you'll see it. But that's the only reason why I took the battery and the airbox out. You don't have to do that to do this job. Going to blow this out with compressed air, and then I'll start pulling the injectors out. Okay, next up I'm going to remove the injectors. I already took these electric plugs off and cleaned them with compressed air. There's 2 bolts, one down there, one down there. I believe it's 10 mil as well, that's going to keep this rail in. So I'm going to loosen it. You're going to go from underneath here. As you can see there, you'll go in from underneath. Once that's out, we can try and get these injectors out. I'll let you guys know how difficult it is, but I'm going to try and keep the camera rolling for this bit. I'm not sure if they pulled out extremely easy because my motor is a bit hot at the moment, but that's what they look like. In there is where they squirt the fuel out. I don't think this camera will zoom in there. This is the GoPro. But I'm going to clean all 4 of these tips, clean them up nicely in there. There's not a lot of gunk in there, but I just want to clean them up, and then I'll also clean up that. Probably just going to take an earbud and clean that out to make sure that they're clean in there. There is a bit of buildup inside there where the injector seat, so I'm going to somehow loosen this clip so I can get the injector out, and then I'll do them one by one. And the main thing is going to be, not sure if it's needed, but I don't want to mess with that, is I'm going to put them back in their order. I'm not going to mix them up, so I'm going to do them one by one, not to get them mixed up, just so I don't have any issues with that later on. I used a screwdriver to take that clip off, and then once that clip is off, you can just twist this out. This O-ring keeps it in place quite firmly, so you just pull on it, don't yank it, just pull it out. And now I'm going to clean this up. Going to put it in fuel and use a soft bristle brush to clean that up nicely. Make sure that front end is clean there, and then I'll put it back and repeat with all 4. I got the injectors cleaned up and I'm just about to start putting all this stuff back. As you can see, it's still loose, but I just wanted to show you guys this is what the fuel looks like that I cleaned it with. Most of this is carbon deposits around the tip, but the actual nozzle where it's spraying wasn't too bad. You guys are dirty. The actual nozzle where it's spraying the fuel out wasn't too bad, but I figured we got that far, might as well just clean all of them. So I gave all of them a good clean, and I'm about to start assembling the intake manifold again now. Everything is back together. I still haven't started the car up. I'm gonna do so now and see if everything is sorted. I just realized that this acoustic valve or whatever is not tightened down yet. Where the intake is broken here, it's broken there. I don't know, this cover doesn't fit lacquer now. I must check what's going on here. Anyway, where the intake is broken there, you can see that it's actually separated. It's this pipe bringing cold air in from the front to there. I don't know why it's broken there. Somebody must have worked too hard with it or something, but that probably means I should look at an aftermarket intake. Basically replace this pipe and you get a filter that sits behind the battery. I should probably start doing some homework on that pretty soon to, to replace the broken parts. Anyways, the injectors, they were all kind of clean like I mentioned before, but let's do a startup and hear if it sounds any different. I don't think so. It wasn't running bad all the time, but let's make sure it still starts after all the work I did. To be honest, it probably sounds exactly the same. Like I said, I couldn't really see that the injectors were blocked. They were dirty, cleaned them up, but nothing that I could see that really needed attention. So that is it, guys. That's how I clean your injectors. I just took the car around the block and it feels way more responsive down low. It was still showing the issue of the multiple or random misfire or random/multiple cylinder misfire. Like I mentioned to you guys, I didn't expect this to sort the issue. I just thought that I would do it because these Clios, it's a common thing for them or for the injectors to get clogged up. So I just wanted to do it and ensure that mine is good. And I'm really happy that I did. Like I said, the car is way more responsive down low. I actually can't believe the difference that I'm feeling down low now. It's the first time that I feel this car feel so torquey down low. Before it would like rev to 5.5 and then you would start to feel something, whereas now you can feel it revving up to 5.5. It's way more torquey. I don't even know how to explain it to you guys. But anyway, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. One thing that I can tell you guys is that the vehicle needs a lot of love. I think I'll make a video showing you guys everything that needs attention on it. There's quite a number of things. So in the next video, I'll show you guys exactly what is all wrong with it and try and give you guys an idea of my plans for the vehicle, the vision that I have in my head in terms of what mods I want to do. But like I said, I want you guys to contribute and let me know what you want to see me do to this. It's a completely new platform to me. I don't know anything about this, and that's honestly why I wanted to do it. I want to have fun with the car again. I had to switch over to my phone last minute. The GoPro died. So sorry if this looks a bit different. But anyway, let me know what you guys want to see me do to this. And in the next video, I'll show you everything that's wrong with the vehicle. You already know, you already know that I broke the clutch and about the misfire. So in the next video, we'll go over everything. Like I said, this car needs a lot of love, but I feel like we can do this together. This is going to be a fun little project, and like I said, if you haven't done it already, hit subscribe. I release automotive content weekly. I try to do 2 videos, sometimes I only get 1, but I try to push automotive content, local automotive content, the local racing scene, me building my own cars. For anything automotive content in South Africa related, subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate that. Beginning of the year, I said I want to reach 10k subs this year. With COVID, everything was crazy and we couldn't do what we wanted to do, but we are still on track for 10,000 subs. If everyone shares the videos with their friends and continue supporting the channel to help us grow together, we will still reach 10,000 subs by the end of this year, I promise you. That's going to be it for this one. I'll see you in the next video, bro. Peace out and reflect your passion.